Our first award is for outstanding contribution. This recognizes an individual's substantial contribution to the Edmonton region development industry over a number of years, exemplifies integrity and professionalism, and promotes cooperation and professional growth within industry. The nominees have, throughout their career, contributed to bettering the community at large. Here virtually to present this year's award for outstanding contribution is Janet Riopel.
Well, good evening. When Larry invited me to introduce him tonight for UDI's Spirit Award for Outstanding Industry Contributions, I was honored and delighted. Alas, I had a conflict that keeps me from being there in person. But thanks to Natalie Semenuk's videography skills, I'm with you in spirit to present this outstanding recognition to my good friend and colleague. You know, I first met Larry in the 1970s. What started out as a client-consultant relationship really quickly grew to one of trusted colleagues and friends. I'm sure many of you in the room tonight can relate to that. Life in the land development industry is an exciting roller coaster of stressors and challenges and opportunities. Finding people who are innovative, creative, calm in the eye of the storm, people who are honest, who can be trusted, can be relied upon, well, that's gold. Larry Semenuk is that person, and so much more. Larry has strong and solid Edmonton roots. Born and raised here, he graduated from NAIT with a diploma in architectural technology and from the U of A with a degree in mechanical engineering. Since 1974, when he started in the development industry, he's worked on communities in over 50 different neighborhoods in the Edmonton region, helping to design and construct and develop over 25,000 lots. Since 2009, Larry's been the owner and principal of G3 Development Services. Earlier, his career and experience were honed by roles with IGL Canada, Stantec Consulting, IMC Consulting, FYN Engineering, and Briar Consulting. His contributions to UDI are numerous, chairing and participating wherever and whenever he was called upon. Larry possesses many unique qualities that are so highly valued. He's a critical thinker whose extensive knowledge and experience allows him to analyze challenges and propose out-of-the-box solutions that lead to successful outcomes. His innovative approaches have been implemented widely throughout the industry, and he's always keen to revisit a problem with an eye to continuous improvement. Larry has a very curious and inquiring mind, and a wonderful ability to listen intently and engage thoughtfully. He has considerable knowledge, experience, and really strong networks throughout the real estate development and general business communities. His solid, reliable reputation means that he's a valued and sought-after mentor and advisor. Larry, there's no better recipient for this honor. I'm so pleased to see you receiving this well-deserved recognition. Warmest congratulations, my friend. Cheers to you.
And to present the Outstanding Contribution Award, please welcome to the stage Andrew Kowalchuk from Ray Walt, the award sponsor.
Thank you very much, Andrew, and thank you to Janet for that thoughtful introduction. It's unfortunate she wasn't able to attend this evening, but we did the best that we could. During the 14th and 15th centuries, I haven't even got to the punchline yet. Before the advent of modern day fertilizer. Society used to use manure. And unfortunately, it wasn't all that easy to transport, especially in a liquid form. Sorry, that's probably not very appetizing. But I haven't finished my speech yet either. So what they did is they dried it and they baled it into large bundles and they shipped it. Unfortunately, when they were shipping it across water, it ended up in the holds of ships and they weren't all that watertight. And the moisture got into the manure and started to ferment and created methane gas. So the crew would come down with their little lantern and there'd be massive explosions. And it didn't take them long to figure that out. So finally, they ended up stamping these bales of manure with "Stow high in transit." Okay, some of the intellectuals got that. As Janet said, I was born and raised here in Edmonton, and actually was raised on a farm. As it turns out, it's only a mile north of the present city limits. And I've had my share of dealing with manure. All different forms of it, believe me. Shoveling it and, oh my God. More than I care to remember, but I had no idea. I had no idea how much of an influence it would have on the rest of my life and my career. As a young design engineer, I designed a multitude of different sewer systems. And when I got into contracting, I actually constructed a lot of those sewer systems. And most recently, I've actually developed communities, which include sewer systems. Thankfully, I didn't pursue a career in public office. Otherwise, I'd still be shoveling it. It may be sewage and sewers to everybody out here, but it has been my bread and butter. Literally, or figuratively. I have a few people to thank that have provided some very significant guidance to me throughout my career. Firstly is my wife, Georgina. Her unwavering support has been so helpful to me. And throughout my career, the long days, absence from home, and she was able to raise our two beautiful daughters. So thank you very much, Georgina. One of the most influential people that ended up guiding my career was Mr. Jim Brown. I don't believe he's here today, but if anyone has ever worked for him or with him would know he is a taskmaster. And he would constantly challenge me. Whenever presented with a problem, I come up with a solution. He says, is there another solution? There's got to be a different way. That's not a good enough answer. And he would challenge me to the end. And what it taught me is the critical thinking skills. And one of his words of advice, and I extend that to the younger generation that's out here right now, is if it doesn't smell right, taste right, literally, don't hesitate to question it. Complacency does not breed innovation. And thank you very much, Jim. The second individual is Mr. Tom Baba. Early in my career, I was pretty aggressive at negotiating with the approving authorities and threatened them with dismemberment or suggest alternative forms of sexual orientation. And Tom took me aside and said, Larry, you know, you should probably tone down that rhetoric. It's probably not going to work all that often and that well. And I heeded that advice, but some of you actually have seen me express my passion, especially on topics that I'm most concerned about. But it's hard to control, especially when I'm right and they're wrong. The next individual is Mr. Errol Lamb. He's also a mechanical engineer, former business partner of mine. He taught me some other critical thinking skills and also to use my education to solve a lot of the problems, and he was very instrumental in doing that. And I thank him very much for helping me. And I have a couple more, not 40 like Rick's got. Mr. Otto Babichuk. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be here today, and he's not, well, he's health issues that he's dealing with, and he seems to be doing okay. It was regressing fairly rapidly, but I think he's doing okay right now. But he taught me the importance of relationship building and how that will always come back to benefit you. Not only the individual you're working with, but they in turn utilize your expertise, your knowledge, and you can solve almost anything with those relationships. No one individual has the answer to everything, and I thank him very much for that. And I also want to thank the City of Edmonton for allowing me to mentor some of their staff. Especially those in the drainage department. And I also want to offer congratulations to Leo and Rick, the other recipients to this evening's ceremonies. Congratulations to both of you. And also to thank you, the members of UDI. There is no greater honor than to receive recognition from your peers. Thank you and good evening.
It's great stuff. Our next award is the UDI Spirit Award. This recognizes a member who has been actively involved with the organization and dealing with initiatives relating to industry, demonstrating superior dedication and outstanding service through personal qualities, leadership, accountability to stakeholders, knowledge, expertise, and education, contributions to governance, and the knowledge of industry. Please join me to welcome Laura Bruno to present this year's award.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, UDI, for hosting such a beautiful evening to celebrate 3 incredible industry leaders. I've had the privilege of working alongside both Leo and Larry, and I can't think of more deserving recipients of the awards tonight. Congratulations. It's truly an honor and privilege to introduce my mentor, colleague, and dear friend, Rick Preston, the recipient of the Spirit Award this evening. It was a challenge to write this introduction. Attempting to articulate the respect, admiration, and gratitude I have for Rick has made this quite a daunting task. But I thought, how would Rick approach his introduction? He would keep it simple and heartfelt, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do this evening in true Rick form. Rick leads with his heart. First and foremost, his heart goes to the love and dedication of his family. Tonight, he's joined by his wife, Bev, daughter and son-in-law, Melissa and Dan, daughter, Abby, and sister, Bev. Rick and his wife also share 2 beautiful grandchildren that light up their life. But Rick gives his heart in everything he does. And this was evidenced by his tenure at UDI Edmonton Region. Rick led UDI for nearly 10 years with an undeniable passion. He made a significant impact on the members, staff, and land development industry as a whole. He led the association with confidence, enthusiasm, and unrelenting dedication. Rick has made his mark on the region, communities, and most importantly, people in this room. He was always a phone call away to discuss the latest advocacy issues, business happenings, and most importantly, always checks in on the personal side. Rick has made lifelong friendships from his time at UDI, and I'm grateful to be considered one of those friends. Rick cares about people. He has an innate way of making people feel at ease and letting their guard down. Upon meeting Rick, you immediately feel like a friend, even if he hasn't known you for very long. The first time I met Rick, I was interviewing for a position at UDI, and I was so incredibly nervous. I walked up the staircase at the Burks building, basically shaking. But the moment I walked through the door, he welcomed me with energy, excitement, and kindness. This warm welcome brought me ease. Needless to say, the interview went well, and Rick has gone on to continuously inspire and champion my career. Rick has taught me that being a leader starts with caring for people. As my career changed from UDI to CHBA, Rick never missed a beat in supporting me or my future goals and dreams, although he was upset I left. Rick is always there to share a laugh, a hard conversation, provide advice, an ear, perspective, experience, understanding, or get up in arms about something when he really needed to. All that to say, if you're lucky enough to be in his circle, he will always go to bat for you. Rick never leaves you wondering how he feels. He's a straight shooter and he tells it like it is. This is my opportunity to share how I feel, and Rick, I want to thank you. Thank you for who you are, for the impact you've made on the land development community and the people that are a part of it. I'm eternally grateful to you for bringing me into this industry and all the guidance, support, and friendship you've provided along the way. So now, with further ado, I'm pleased to welcome up the man who truly captures the word spirit, Rick Preston, to accept the 2021 Spirit of UDI
See how short I am? Before I accept the award, Laura and I had a discussion about, do we want a hug? Did we want to, what do you call this? Elbow pump, whatever that is, or the fist. And I said, well, because I'm so honored to have you introduce me, you picked it. And she said, we'll pick the fist pump. I said, only one condition. Don't hit me too hard because I'll fall down. Unlike my learned friend Larry, I'm actually going to stick to the script. And you know why I'm going to stick to the script? Because the most important person in my entire life, my beautiful wife Bev, told me so. And she also reviewed it and made a few edits. And both daughters read it and said, Dad, I would make a couple of changes here. But you know what? They both said it was pretty good work. Seriously. Thank you most sincerely, Laura, for those kind remarks. You are, without doubt, one of the finest industry leaders in the Metro Edmonton area. And CHBA Edmonton are so fortunate to have you as their CEO. So to you, my really, 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 really good friend, thank you so very much. Now back to the formal stuff. Hi, Tim. Good evening, UDI Edmonton Region members. I've got to read this, remember? You, the members of this great association, and even better, industry, are the number one reason UDI is seen by as one of the most dynamic and meaningful trade associations in this entire region. This I state with a ton of confidence, since over the past 10 years, approximately, I've had the honor and privilege to serve you with passion, energy, and integrity. In doing so, I have seen the tremendously positive impact you have had economically, environmentally, and socially in the region. Your unwavering support each and every year, whether it be our membership fees, revenue, or being part of our dynamic, and I emphasize the word dynamic, volunteer network, has been phenomenal. And when I say volunteer network, I'm talking about 13 standing and regional committees, all led, staffed, if I can use the word staff in that manner, by people in this room this evening, for the most part. About 120, I think, the last count. Deanna, am I close? She said, yes, I'm good, I'm safe. You, as volunteers, had such high energy and passion that you provided the association the ability to be an effective and efficient industry advocate. In addition, you, our volunteers, provided us the ability to be a class provider of other services like tonight's Spirit Awards and our 10 monthly luncheons with speakers and so on. On a personal note, I am so very grateful for your meaningful and tangible support through good and challenging times. I always found you to be there when needed. Thank you. Along this journey, I have dedicated myself to the best of my ability to being honorable and ethical in serving you. Of utmost importance, it was a privilege to serve and learn from UDI's exemplary board leadership. Through the passionate dedication of 6 board chairs, some of which can be here this evening, but I've talked to all of them, which you can readily see on the overhead behind me, or supposed to be. Anyway, Patrick Shaver, Jordan Davis, Lord Scott, Brad Armstrong, Andrew Usenik, and your present chair, Mike Cole. It has been a fruitful, engaging, exciting, and at times challenging opportunity since starting with UDI in January 2012. But for me, if I can use the word but, you're not supposed to when you speak, for me, it has been an opportunity of a lifetime. I am so grateful. To the staff team, let's not forget the staff team. Deanna, Sandra, and Peter, who work so hard serving you each and every day, and whom individually and collectively made it so enjoyable for me. I humbly say thank you to 3 of you from the bottom of my heart for your friendship, your dedication, and professionalism. To my fellow award recipients, Leo and Larry, and I won't expand upon it because I'll get them in trouble, or I'll get myself in trouble. What an honor it is to be standing up here today with you as award recipients. The contributions you've made to this industry have been frankly immeasurable. You have given so much back to enhance the image and reputation of UDI. Speaking on a very personal note, accepting the 2021 Spirit Award is especially important when my name will be added to the list of leaders behind me who have received this wonderful award. It's supposed to be slide 2. That's okay, you can think of all the award winners. It's an honor and privilege to be included with them. In closing, you, and you, members of this great industry and association, have made the last 10 years such a wonderful experience. And I hope in some small way, I have been able to contribute to your success. Your energy and passion made my time at UDI such a great journey for which I will be eternally grateful. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Rick. Our final award of the evening is the Honorary Life Membership. This is given to an individual who has made a substantial contribution over a number of years to industry. They've demonstrated superior dedication, outstanding service through personal qualities, leadership, accountability, knowledge, expertise, education, contributions to governance, and knowledge of the industry. Here to present this year's Honorary Life Membership is Mark Solokowski and Shane Lepke.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, elected officials, colleagues, and award recipients. I'd like to start by thanking everybody here and making time during these difficult times with COVID to come and celebrate the 3 recipients from tonight's awards. Larry Semenuk, Rick, congratulations on your awards. I've had firsthand experience working with these gentlemen, and I see how passionate they are about land development. Tonight I have the honor and privilege of introducing one of my mentors and someone I consider one of my best friends in this industry, Mr. Leo Levasseur. I first met Leo in 1999. It was my final interview at UMA. There was a group of individuals in there. Ken Sidonic, who's here tonight, was the department manager at the time, and he had asked me how my CAD skills were. I told him I just got out of university. They're somewhat limited, but I was confident with a little bit of extra time and some mentorship, I'd be able to start providing at an efficient level. And he looked at me and said, Mark, you don't need to worry. We've been training Leo in CAD for a year now, and so far he can only draw a circle. So Leo spent 44 years of his life working and supporting our industry. And I have the privilege of compressing it into 2 minutes or less. Leo graduated NAIT in 1978. I was 2 years old at the time. His first job was with Alberta Public Infrastructure and Works. He was working as a surveyor and developing campgrounds in the Canmore and surrounding areas. When I was 4, Leo began a new job with B.W. Brooker in 1980, where he was introduced into the world of municipal engineering. Let's just say that was the last time Leo ever did anything in municipal engineering. He worked through the economy crash of 1984 and then pursued a new opportunity in 1985 with DME Engineering as a designer and construction coordinator, which was a small firm at the time. In 1987, Leo's career came to a fork in the road. He had interviews with both Dave Owasco at IGL and Bob Hanowich at UMA Engineering. After a difficult decision, UMA became home for Leo for the next 21 years. He grew as a project manager and eventually became land development manager, where I got to know him best. In 2008, Leo embarked on a new journey and co-founded Select Engineering, which was a whole new adventure. Same friends, same clients, very different perspective on how the insides of a consulting firm operates from the ground up. Leo was here tonight with his family. Jody, his wife, Taylor and Jessica are here joining him as well. Daryl and Anne-Marie McLeod, brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and his in-laws Gertie and John Harrison. A fun fact about Leo: Leo and Jody met in 1964. Leo was 3 years old, Jody was 6. Leo made a point of saying that they danced together. And the fact that Leo dances is kind of an amazing fact, but he's pretty awesome. Remaining family acquaintances through their young lives. In 1982, they started dating when I was 6 years old. Married in 1986, Leo and Jody had 2 sons, Reese in 1991 and Taylor in 1993. Through Leo's career at UMA, he spent numerous hours on countless committees. I'm not going to go through all of them. He was on the Infrastructure Technical Advisory Committee, SSF. He was on the ESC Control Initiatives, Complete Streets, Winter City Initiatives, numerous working committees within the Edmonton surrounding areas, and I think the Wolfpack was a committee, but I'm not sure. He represented industry with the highest level of professionalism and respect for everybody that he worked with and crossed paths with. I have a couple Leoisms that have really struck a nerve with me in my career. The more you give to this industry, the more it gives back to you. Train your replacement. If you don't, then you're only holding yourself back. Develop relationships, because that drives our industry and drives us to success as a group. Time flies when you're having fun, which you used this morning. And one of my favorites, oh baby. I thought introducing one of your best friends would be easy, but it's not. It's a lot more difficult than you would think. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and help me invite Leo to the stage to accept his award.
Well, first thing I want to kind of mention is that it's pretty kind of cool that your name's in the program here. That's pretty special. But anyway, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Leo Levasseur. Name here, name up there. For those of you that do know me, it's still Leo Levasseur and the name's still up there. But so don't forget who I am, or I won't like you anymore. Anyway. Okay, I don't know about yourselves, but I certainly feel the love in this room tonight. So this is so much fun. So yeah, it's so nice to be able to see everyone in person. It's been a long time, and I'm sure I'm speaking for everyone that this COVID BS can just simply go away. Yeah. I had a big speech here for GenStar and everything else, and Lee was supposed to present it instead of Shane, but thanks Shane for stepping up, bud. Unfortunately, Lee slipped on ice and broke his elbow or something, so he couldn't make it, so now I'm just gonna have to wing it. Anyway, with GenStar, you know, I'm so honored that they're, you know, sponsored me on this award. They've been a big part of my career for 35 years. So, you know, we've been working together for so long, and I've gone through so many people there. It's just a thrill that they stepped forward and did this for me. I'm just totally honored. Thank you, guys. Mark Solokowski, also known as Chow. His kind words were initially an hour long, so I thank him for his tailoring of his exuberance and to speak and leaving me some allotted time. When he asked me for my industry involvements, it certainly was a surprise what can be accomplished what seemed like such a short period of time. You know, it goes so fast, right? You know, I think of all the things I got involved with and everything else, and you know, you sit back and you reflect on that now, and God, it just seems like it just goes so quick. And here I am now, and I'm thinking, God, I used to remember I was the youngest guy in the crowd, and I'm probably one of the oldest. So anyway, that's how fast it goes. So anyway, Mark, thank you very much for your kind words and sharing all my UDI involvements over the years, and thanks for that. So I would also like to congratulate Rick and Larry on their awards this evening. I know both of you very well, and the recognition is so well deserved. So congratulations to both of you guys. Yeah, absolutely. Honorary life membership. Looking at the previous recipients, I'm certainly humbled to now be mentioned alongside many of them who I have a very deep respect as industry leaders, but also their genuine approach from a personal basis. So, those that have been a big part of my mentorship include John Dixon, Doug Kelly, Anna-Free Shinkuski, and two more that have a special place in my heart are Ken Sidonic and Brenda Peters. And yeah, I'm so happy you both are here today. Yeah, Ken's over there. Thank you both. It's, you know, you just can't find any better people than those two. Just who they are. There are so many others that have been there through the years that leaving a lasting impression on how I approach and learn from valuable insights to succeeding within this industry. It's not easy, but we all find a way to battle through it. But I got a special list that I want to mention, and that includes Bruce Hagstrom. He's here tonight. You know, Bruce, we go back a long ways, and you've been a big mentor in my world. Walter Volsky, Ron Johnson, Dave Owasco, Jim Christensen, Jim Pinnell, Shane Erickson, Al Thomas, he's a great guy. Dan Hamilton, he's in here somewhere. You know, other consultants, and, you know, it's not a competition, right? It's Leo Brox, Peter Moore. You know, I've worked with those guys for so long that I got huge respect for them, right? And we're in a challenging industry, and just having everybody working together as a team is a big part of that success. So, you know, so as I said, it's a team approach, and finding the best solutions has always been the task at hand. So, also here tonight, I got a great group of the Select Engineering group. So certainly, hey, come on, give me a big hi, yeah! Anyway, thank you very much, everybody over there. They're certainly a big part of where I am today, and how I'm so proud of where we are and what we're doing. So anyway, none of this means anything without the support of your family. One characteristic of this acknowledgement was unselfishly volunteering time. That's not easy to say, but that comes as a consequence of others, and that includes my family. So I wish to acknowledge them here tonight. Thank you for sharing this evening with me. Okay, here comes the tough part, and I promised Mark I wouldn't cry. The one person who stands above all is my wife, Jody. She has stood beside me through hundreds of industry events and parties with some minimal complaining, but she understood the significance of the involvement and met it head on with smiles and a positive approach. She quickly became the star because everyone would ask me, is Jody coming? It never was, looking forward to seeing me there. It was always about Jody. So I know in our 35 years of marriage, there's been a significant amount of time away from home, which included the odd boondoggle. Can't say she was always happy, but she knew the importance of building relationships. And I think, Larry, you mentioned it too. It's a huge part of our industry, right? So today, this award is as much hers as mine for her dedication, allowing me to build a career that I'm certainly proud of. Looking back, I wouldn't have changed a thing. However, going forward, it's her time, baby. Love you to pieces. Thank you, everybody.
Well, hey, that's it, everyone. That wraps up our formalities for the evening. I'd like to do one final round of thank yous. If I could, please hold your applause to the end, because there's quite a few. First of all, to the JW Marriott, amazing meal service, Rapid Fire Theater for the sketches, rose-colored glasses for the live music, our very own Chris Nicholas for joining in. Of course, all of our award winners and the presenters, thank you. Deanna with UDI and Ann and team with CEO Inc. for pulling all of this together. No easy task. Sureway Construction for sponsoring the entertainment, and of course, all of our sponsors. Without your support, we couldn't have pulled this off tonight. If you want to do any photos as a team with the award winners, the stage will be yours. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a great time. Snacks are going to be out a little later. Don't drink and drive. Sincere thanks for everybody coming out tonight. Have a great time, everyone.